You are listening to this modern podcast. You fucking cunt.
Try that again. Hello, welcome to the episode 2 of this modern podcast. I'm Ross. And today we'll be discussing we'll just be having our E3 reactions. Didn't tune in the other week, we went over our predictions. So this week we're going to be going over our reactions. But I'll introduce you to everyone. I'm Ross Mains, I'll be the kind of presenter here today. And
I'm Bobby, and I'm sad today, Ross.
why are you sad today, Bobby?
Well, when I was on my way to meet you guys to record the podcast, it was rainy, and there was this metal thing on the ground, and I slipped and fell, so now my jeans are dirty, and I've got to sit and record this podcast in dirty jeans like a fucking peasant.
God.
And then this guy over here has a fucking gall to show his face after he never showed up last week.
Listen,
Where were you last week, you fucking wee roaster, eh?
Right, so well, if you introduce yourself, who are you?
I'm Matthew, and I'm just a fucking charlatan and a fraud. And aye.
Right, so I think we'll start off with the third parties and then move on to kind of the main ones. It's Xbox and Sony.
Sounds good.
Aye,
Cool. So we'll start. Who we'll start off with? Who do you feel?
EA, well,
EA?
that's all I have in my notes.
Yeah.
LOL.
Yeah, lol.
For me, the Titanfall 2, which is it wasn't like mind blowing, but I like the changes, the kind of grappling hook you have.
I
It
saw
looks
that.
like it's a small change, but it looks like it's made this big impact to the gameplay and how they're going to be designing levels and stuff. So I think it'll be really cool.
The first
So-
one didn't have a story mode, did it?
No, this one
one's
is.
got a campaign.
Yeah.
I saw that and I thought, maybe I'll check it out just because of that.
Yeah, I know EA's been off the ball with campaigns lately as well, with Battlefront as well. So it looks like
Do you
they're
know what
maybe-
has a campaign now?
what?
FIFA.
Oh yeah, FIFA
I saw
17.
that,
And my mate who's pure into football, he was saying the guy who they've got to be the main character, they didn't even get him to play himself, they got an actor.
Really?
Awkward as fuck, guy.
Fucking
Jesus
hell, man,
Christ.
that's terrible. But like, say you want about FIFA, like I hate FIFA, but at least it does try and change something every year. Like when you look at PES, it just seems like they're not. Like they're the underdog. They should be
This
really
is
trying
fucking
to.
irrelevant now. I'll get FIFA every couple of years, so I'm not going and buy them every
No,
single year, do you know what I mean?
I bought FIFA 08, which that was genuinely amazing. Then I skipped 9, went to 10, and I just didn't feel any difference. And then I went to 12. I kind of felt a
Same.
difference, but it's just the same.
It's a fun game to play with your pals. do you know what
Yeah.
I mean, for half an hour, or if you're having a few
Yeah.
drinks, just fucking play a game of FIFA.
I think so.
Scream at your
Um,
friend.
I don't really have anything positive to say about EA. I thought it was a fucking shit show, as usual. Mass Effect Andromeda, I've not even seen a trailer for it yet.
I saw the
heard
trailer
it,
for that.
I heard it wasn't very
Matthew said
impressive.
that's quite
Mostly CGI. The trailer was mostly CGI. I don't know. It was one of those trailers where you can't really tell what's gameplay, if any of it's gameplay. There was a couple of shots that could have been gameplay, but
Yeah.
it looks quite good. I'm a huge fan of the Mass Effect series, even though I never finished 3. But Andromeda, I'm excited just because it's more Mass Effect, and that's what I want. I want
Yeah.
more.
The Star Wars section they had, I thought was completely pointless. I don't know why they're teasing a Star Wars game. Amy Hennig, I'm excited about it, but why the fuck are you showing it when it's 2 years ago? This is again them showing games that are not ready. So
Aye.
basically they showed nothing at their conference. And it was a
They'll show
complete
what they
fucking
showed,
waste of
and then when the game comes out, it might not even be anything similar
Yeah.
to it. Do you know what I mean?
I kind of disagree. I like that bit. Like they showed, I think it showed that they are 100% committed in providing Star Wars fans with content. Like they might have not necessarily had anything to show, but it showed that they're like, we're not taking this lightly. We're really going to go for it. Like
They're
you see, like I think it's like every one of their studios basically has something Star Wars related in development. You had Respawn, the Titanfall guys. Creator working on something, the Visceral, the Dead Space developers working on, and they showed a little bit of the kind of the third person. I think it's going to be a third person shooter. They showed that kind of like 10 seconds, and it looked great. So I was actually encouraged by that trailer.
Was that the cancelled one? The 10?
No, it's not.
Is
It's
that not coming back?
But I think it will be
13,
sort of
13.
it'll be
Was
sort of
the-
similar, I think. But anything else to add for EA?
No, that's me, man. I'm tapped out.
Bethesda then.
Yeah, we'll move on to Bethesda. What did you guys think of Bethesda showcase?
I can't comment on the conference because I never watched it. I missed it. But
Me too.
in terms of the lineup of games, I thought it was pretty weak. And I was saying to you last week, I don't think they really needed a conference again this year.
Yeah, I was up to like 5 watching it. Yeah, it wasn't anything special. The only thing I was really interested in was the Skyrim remaster or special edition.
I'm going to be
as
honest,
they're calling it.
that looks fucking good. That
Yeah,
looks
it does.
really good.
It does look like a genuine improvement. But the only thing I'm scared of is that I think they're going in. It's good that they're going in. I think they're going in with a cheaper price point for it, which is good. But the only thing I'm kind of concerned is after maybe like half an hour, you might just not really see the difference anymore, and it might just be like, all right,
it's just Skyrim.
Yeah,
Aye.
if they had a thing like Halo where you could switch between the graphics, it's good. But the other thing that was good, I didn't like the first Dishonored. I couldn't get into it, but if you're a Dishonored fan, I know Matthew is.
I'm
so.
a huge. I loved Dishonored 1. The story wasn't, I mean, by no means the best story. It's pretty standard as a narrative, but I loved the whole world of it. This kind of steampunky stuff, and Dishonored 2 looks like a great sequel to the first one. I love that whole. I love the whole fucking the world building aspect of it.
Yeah. So, anything else you want to cover with Bethesda in particular?
I kind of zoned out because I was just wondering why Matthew's got sunglasses with him and it's fucking pissing down outside. But yeah, you haven't talked about Prey, which we've spoke about outside of this. We both agreed that it was kind of underwhelming, and the trailer they showed a while ago was way better.
I saw it briefly. I maybe watched a couple of minutes of the reveal with the guy waking up every morning, and then a couple of
it was more psychological. But what I'm talking about is a trailer they released fucking years ago. But it's like you're a space fucking bounty hunter and stuff. Where I was like, that looks cool as fuck. I want to play.
It looks like 2 different games when you put them side by side. Like it seems.
I never played the first one.
Yeah,
this one's great. It's underrated.
I think I played the first 5 minutes again, where you're in some kind of bar and you get abducted, and there's
Don't Fear the Reaper comes on in the jukebox, and it's a fucking amazing moment. Yeah.
And then you get abducted, and there's like all sorts of disgusting horror alien shit, and then I turned it off because I'm a pussy. I was too scared.
Nah, I get too scared. But anything else you want to add for Bethesda?
Nope.
You want to move? Let's move on to Ubisoft then.
A good year for Ubi, I think.
A good year for Ubi.
I think you two disagree with me, but I think it was certainly better than last year.
How so?
Ghost Recon looks fantastic.
Nope.
Absolutely.
You were disappointed with that?
That was such a letdown for me.
I think it looks fantastic.
I've got to agree with Bobby.
The one thing I will say is the thing that puts me off of it, bit too similar to Metal Gear Solid 5.
That's not necessarily a bad thing though, is it?
But
Because that was a phenomenal gameplay though.
Yeah. But no, I think it looks class, man. Why are you disappointed with it?
They've clearly downgraded the visuals.
I don't think they have.
No, I think they have. If they've definitely since the first reveal, it's been downgraded. But also, when you look at it, it's like they try to make it a bit more interesting. You're going into a place and you're going. I've seen reactions of people who've played it on GameSpot, and they're saying they were saying what I thought when I was watching it is the gameplay and the shooting is just so fucking basic. It's not even like a Division level. It's not even. It's just very
Simple.
It's not even very standard. It's just like below standard apparently. It's such a letdown for me.
South Park highlight for me looks fucking amazing. I'm all over it.
I tried to avoid it. I want to play for the first one.
They showed quite a bit of it. They showed it's out this year as well, which is good. So for me, the references to the MCU and stuff like that with Phase 1, we've got to have this movie and this movie before we can go to the Avengers and stuff like that.
That's so cool.
It's very funny. For me, the next thing that I've got on my notes is Watch Dogs 2. Totally sold.
I'm sold after that.
Fantastic.
I saw the trailer, the gameplay where he's breaking into the penthouse thing.
Yeah,
fucking amazing.
The new guy looks fucking.
He's
got emotions.
He's a character now. He's a
and I
character.
like his mate. I like his mate with the wee emojis and on his mask and stuff like that. Yeah, I think that was class.
I really liked it. That trailer really sold me for it.
I'm really not sold on Watch Dogs 2 at all.
Why
I think
not?
they've
Tell us
totally...
why. Tell us why, and we'll tell you why you're wrong.
Right, okay. It looks like it could be a GTA 5 mod, and I think that's bad. And
that's-
it felt the main character just looks like a Hispanic Kanye West or something. I don't know. Like I think they've just kind of missed what was cool about the first Watch Dogs, which
Have you
was
played the first
Absolutely
Watch Dogs?
nothing was cool about the
no,
first
but
one.
like see when you watch the old trailer, you got the
Don't watch that trailer. That was
No, like
not
even the
game,
one,
but-
even just the release trailers for it and stuff. Like you got the feeling like you were this guy against the odds, but you had this technological advantage, like this one man who is good with guns, but he can
Against
take
the
out an
system.
he can go into an entire room, and against 10 people and win because he has this slight advantage rather with a mobile phone, or it's kind of like your Batman. Is there anything else what you had for Ubisoft?
Nope.
No, I'm good.
Good.
I just want to talk about Microsoft.
Yeah, me as well. All right, here we
Can I maybe
go.
speak first about stuff like this because I'm more
Yeah.
of an outsider,
Yeah.
and I feel what you two are kind of like because you are pure invested in it. You are maybe like not to. You are maybe
Yeah.
be a bit more nitpicky about it. So I've got.
Oh, I
here,
will. I absolutely
Yeah.
will. You're right on that.
I've got here. It was an excellent conference, but
agree.
as we'll talk about later, ultimately overshadowed.
Yeah.
Gears looks fantastic. You were kind of underwhelmed.
Right.
I think it looks
Gear-
great.
Gears, it looks good.
Mhm.
It looks. It doesn't look great. I'm not like. People are saying that this the demo they showed was better than the last one, and like, oh, the last one's too. I liked the last one a lot better.
More
But
atmospheric,
It
wasn't
was, yeah. I felt
chasing
like
that guy.
I felt like I'm going to be a wee bit scared playing this. But this one, it was just like, oh, it's Gears of War 2 again.
See the whole thing, that mission you showed where the women's try to get her mum. It's like I hope they're not recycling the story from Gears 2 where it's
Dom and his wife.
trying to find
Yeah,
his wife.
I know.
Did you not get excited seeing Marcus Phoenix?
Dumb, fucking
Dumb.
Dumb.
stupid reveal.
I thought-
Obviously,
Yeah.
he's going to be in it, right?
I hope it's-
Gears of War, and if
Yeah.
they didn't put him in it, I'd fucking no. I'm so dumb.
I'm
I've got it
kinda-
written
yeah.
in all caps.
Yeah.
Dumb reveal.
Yeah.
Obviously, Phoenix will be in
If
it.
it's a psychological thing, I think it'll be cool. But
If he's not actually in it, it'll
yeah,
be cool.
I'm kind of
Battling his demons.
I'm disappointed in a way because I haven't played Gears of War in absolutely years, and I'm already fatigued with it, and I haven't played the game for a second. Do you know what I mean? Like I want, I'm just hoping because that guy Rod Ferguson, he doesn't like showing a lot, and he said that he's been open about that. He doesn't like. He'd rather people didn't look at anything. So I'm hoping he's just showing little tiny bits that don't really, they're kind of throwaway bits in the
Yeah,
game, but the
just
game will
aye.
blow your mind. So I'll still
Well, it
pick
could-
up the game.
It
but-
could still be that, but for me, it just looked like more of exactly the same.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
That it could have been DLC. It could have been a new mission added into the game. It doesn't look any
Yeah,
different.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
As
Added
well,
into Gears 1 or 2 or whatever.
Did you think it didn't seem gritty enough? Like the
No.
blood seemed a bit too red.
That might have been toned down for E3, but
yeah.
I couldn't get over the way they were talking to each other, the characters in the game. I
Yeah.
could not get over that. It was just
How stupid was it when Kate she got her gun and she stabbed
that
into the
was
dead
cringy.
guy,
That was
and then went,
cringy.
oh, you need to.
I cracked a one-liner and
Yeah,
then fired.
I was
Oh,
like,
it's so
the
stupid.
the whole point about this game was these young kids in this kind of
Horrific
fucking,
environment,
yeah,
and they're not ready for
they
it.
should be a little bit scared. Maybe in another couple of games they should be doing that. They shouldn't be like that. Oh, well, fuck you! You need a lift, and then
that was so stupid.
looks like a good game, not a great game.
Right.
I think I have to say.
We Happy Few was the absolute highlight for me. Looks
I saw that
fantastic.
a few months ago. I saw like 30 seconds of it,
It
and
did-
I was
looked kinda
immediately
rough.
like,
It looked kind of rough in that gameplay, like the menus. I hope they've polished it a bit, but the
Sure
demo
they
they
will.
showed was fucking
Amazing.
amazing.
it looks. I love games like this that
Yeah.
are just totally new ideas.
Yeah.
and it looks like it's going to be done really
That's
well.
not an exclusive, is it?
No,
No, I've
No,
no,
right, good.
no.
I hope.
Any interest in Forza 3?
You know what? When I first saw it, I was like, yeah. The thing with Forza is you always know it's going to be a good game and get good reviews, and it's
Solid
almost
game, and they cater
yeah.
to their market really, really well.
Yeah,
It's
but-
great looking game. That dumb again with the dumb, weird, scripted
Yeah,
gameplay.
I know.
Of the four guys joining each
I
other.
think it
and
was
it's
trying to
just-
sell the whole Xbox Anywhere kind of thing. For
Yeah,
that.
with the
Like,
Windows
oh, this
10.
guy's on PC.
That was,
this
admittedly,
guy.
that was quite cool. That was
Yeah,
quite
it's
cool.
okay.
That was quite cool.
But
I don't really have much else to say about Forza.
I watched
not really.
I watched more gameplay of Forza Horizon 3. It genuinely looks like a brilliant, fun day. To quote Ryan McCaffrey, he always says that these Forza Horizon games are like the embodiment of a really nice summer day in a game, and I really agree with that. It's just like it does capture the feeling of summer really well. So I'm excited for it. I might not pick it up right away, but I'm still. I think it looks good. Also, can we talk about Sea of Thieves?
All I've got written here is looks fucking fun.
Yeah,
because it looks
that was
fun.
That was my personal.
You don't like online. You don't like multiplayer. Though.
No,
you hate people. That was humanity. So you're never gonna fucking play it.
That was personally my favourite game.
I like that they had YouTubers and it wasn't that shitty that we've talked about. Shitty scripted gameplay. I thought natural. It looked fun. It looked fun, but I don't think I have enough friends.
No, I'm the same.
To be able to have any fun in that game, which is a problem with multiplayer games.
I just think it's like...
For me, personally, that's my issue. Are we getting at the...
Announcing Scorpio may have been detrimental.
Yeah, you said that, and I kind of tend to agree with you.
The first time I've seen the Microsoft conference twice. I watched it twice in one day because I watched it myself. Then my mates came up and we watched it again, and my mate pointed out at the end, it's like, this business plan is fucking ludicrous. It's like, what the fuck is the point of making an Xbox One S now? It's
it's just because you're not used to it in the console market, because
PC marketing, isn't it?
I think when it
But why would they not just make an Xbox One S and make that smaller console and say, oh, this is Xbox Scorpio? Why would they not? Why are they bringing out two consoles?
They're not forcing anyone to buy one. They're just giving players more options.
But no one's going to buy the Xbox One S.
Right, here's what I think. I think
that?
the Xbox One S is going to be for casual Xbox guys, and the Xbox Scorpio is going to be... The way he talked about it seems like it's going to be like PC levels of power, but I don't know how that's going to happen. But that's what it seems. It's going to be like the next big, huge thing.
Yeah, I consider I consider the Scorpio, right? That is basically the next Xbox, but they're not saying it. Mm-hmm. They're just trying to they're saying all your games will work on all of them. I don't really think that's true necessarily, in the fact that a Scorpio game will work on an Xbox One, but I think maybe it'll scale down. Right, think it this way. Scorpio is now the Xbox One, and the Xbox One is now the 360. That's the way I'm seeing it.
I think Scorpio. I think they're revealing Scorpio now, and I reckon it's going to support VR.
No,
I reckon Scorpio is going to be able to support VR, and they're going to bring out their own. Because after the Sony VR thing, they're going to have to.
This is the thing. Like, I also, when I seen the Xbox conference for the first time, I was like, right, they've maybe won it this year. Sony are fucked, and I was like, no. Sony actually did the right thing by... Neo is now going to go back to the drawing board because of this, because they're like, oh, this will be the most powerful console ever built. It's like, not anymore, because now you've jumped the gun and revealed it too early, so now Sony are going to go back and make Neo better.
Not necessarily. Right, think it right, because I think, we're
all friends.
Sony have won this year, right? Let's make that clear. They've won this year and this generation.
But they've not won the war.
We will fight them on the beaches.
I know, but think about this, right? From Sony and Microsoft point of view, right? Sony or Microsoft have said, right, Scorpio is basically, we fucked up, but now we are going to go in really early with this fucking beast. Mm-hmm. And now Sony have got to pull something at their fucking arse to try and compete.
They did. They pulled out Sony VR, which I'm fucking sold on, because it's cheap VR.
Yeah, right. I get that, but when Scorpio comes out, Sony VR wouldn't have been out for very long. When Scorpio comes out, that's going to... I think it's
How much is it going to cost, though?
Right, it might cost a lot, but it's going to have better VR, a lot better VR than, because a lot of people say the Oculus and all that is 10 times better than Sony VR. When Xbox can support Oculus, that will totally fuck up Sony VR. And they not only will they have to make a new console to try and compete with it, they'll have to make a whole new VR system.
I just want to say, this is wild speculation.
This is wild speculation. This is wild, but I think it puts Sony in such an uncomfortable position. And
if they go ahead with that.
Can I just say, I don't think Microsoft were bad this year. I just think they were completely overshadowed. I think it was a good conference and stuff like that.
I think Sony had a lot of good games. I'm not... Obviously, because I don't own a PS4, I'm not that into all the hardware side of stuff.
Anything you want to add for Xbox's conference then?
I think it was a really good conference, and it may be the Xbox fanboy in me, but I'm not. I don't agree with the whole overshadowed by Sony. But we'll get into that. Let's go.
Right, so right off the bat, fucking Kratos comes out and the music's playing over the gameplay. I don't give a I need to stop. I need to try and talk slower.
I know.
I'm getting excited.
Just relax.
I wish you guys could see Bobby right now. He literally jumped out his chair as soon as we talked about Sony. He was like, right, I'm here.
Right,
This is Bobby's.
aye, I've never gave a shit about God of War ever. I hate Kratos. I think he's a
I've never been into it.
I think he's a terrible character. But what they're doing with this, it's so fucking cool, because what they're doing is they're actually making him a character, and he's got his son now. And I don't know about you guys, but I was getting like fucking serious Last of Us vibes from it. I was like, this is a much needed shake up for that franchise. This is absolutely the direction it needs to go. And I hope they kill him at the end, so he just plays a wee
Him
boy.
or the kid?
No, him. Kratos. I hope they kill him. Yeah. Because I still think this might change. They actually seem like they're doing stuff with him now, but I think he's a terrible character. And it's a new voice actor and stuff like that, and I think the wee rage meter that he's got, I think that's a good thing as well.
They've changed the whole mythology as well. It's Norse mythology.
Yeah,
Viking.
I think that's cool.
I think I'm right into Norse mythology. Not like super into it, but like I think it's really cool, and I love like Viking stuff. And they're doing that, so that's kind of piqued my interest a bit, and I'm kind of into it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very excited about that. I'm all over it. Next thing we seen was Sony Ben's new game, the logo that I've been waiting for a while to see, and that's Days Gone, which was originally called Dead Don't Ride. I think Days Gone is.
That's the one
better.
with the same guy who played
Starkiller.
Starkiller.
Yeah,
Fucking looked incredible, right? Generic zombie shooter, and then the train cars burst open and they just come pouring.
Mate, that was a bit where I was like, you have my attention, man. It was just fucking hundreds of them.
It's
and
like World
going
War
down
Z,
that,
and he's just firing at them.
Amazing, man.
I like.
See when they're coming, they're coming across the bridge, and he's shooting at it, and it collapses under their weight.
Yeah.
That was fucking
It's
cool.
again. I don't want to make the comparison again, but it's
Last
like
of
Sons
Us.
of Anarchy meets Last of Us. Yeah,
He's
and
a-
that looks
yeah.
class.
Kind of like State of Decay meets Last
Yeah.
of Us vibe to me.
Oh, State of Decay 2 as well.
Yeah.
Brief trailer,
how,
and I'm excited as fuck. 'Cause
how
I
cool
loved
was
the
the
first
that
one.
with the cars?
I just boom, boom, hitting
was
them left
cool.
and right with
Yeah,
the
we're not
door.
talking about Xbox anymore. Fuck off.
I forgot.
The next thing was Last Guardian, and I teared up at that point. So that game's going to make me cry, I think.
I
think-
literally had never heard of Last Guardian
It's
until
a
I
big thing. It's
saw that.
10
And
years.
I get that
10
it's
fucking
huge.
years.
It's like the
right?
Half-Life 3 of Sony.
I get that it's huge, but I'm just not into it. Like I don't have any.
Here's the thing, Sony shouldn't be releasing it because no matter how good it is now, because people have waited so long, it is going to
It's the
get...
Half-Life 3 problem, isn't it?
Yeah, the people are not going to like that game. I guarantee you people will say this is a huge letdown and it's going to give Sony a bad reputation because people have waited so long.
For that one game, you think it'll give Sony a bad reputation if it's
That
bad?
one game will bring them down, and
Sony-
Xbox will rise again.
Our plan is complete. No, but I just think people will be let down by it. That's all I'm saying.
Next thing on my list, I've got a whole list of stuff here.
You do.
Horizon, cool.
Fucking so cool.
Excellent.
Shit. The one thing I didn't like was the I don't know why I keep sticking up on dialogue, but see when the guy comes running across the bridge and you do that the little dialogue choice wheel.
Yeah.
Seemed kind of stilted and a bit stale.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think just because we've had stuff like Fallout 4,
Yeah.
which even then wasn't good, but it was kind of better than that. It was it was too, like, the guy goes, "Oh, there's a demon," and she goes, "Tell me more about this demon."
Yeah.
So, again, people don't talk like that, and I get with a multiple dialogue wheel
Yeah.
that's difficult.
Yeah.
But surely, if that's your first dialogue choice and that's literally the last thing he said, it could have flowed a bit better.
The one thing
but
that
that's
I was
my
concerned about,
only
yeah.
It
complaint.
seems like you pure have to analyse like whoever it is you're going up against and stuff like that, so you know
That's
what
cool.
arrows you're using.
That's
I thought it was a
cool.
bit
I love
micromanagey at points. I don't
No,
know if I'd be into
I
that,
think
but
that-
that's cool.
Oh, they're finding their weak
yeah,
points.
uh-huh.
I liked that.
That's what I liked about it as well.
I like that it's kind of looking like more of a survival type game rather than just like a generic third person action.
Exactly. It looks
I think
like-
that it looks like all the scavenging that they were doing, and it looks like there's going to be quite a lot of crafting in it as well. And I fucking live for that shit. I love that stuff.
It looks like you can't just play it, you need to kind of be thinking about what you're doing, and
It's
I
a
like
thinking
that.
man's game.
It's a thinking
Yeah.
man's game, and
looks
like
cool.
you can't just run in and do whatever. She's like, oh, this guy's got a weakness for fire, you have to kind of...
Yeah.
I think that's brilliant, and then she like, oh, that's like way at the other end of the map, and that's where my
I'm not
objective
gonna-
is. I'll hack a fucking deer, and it's
that
brilliant.
weird
I think
goat-
it's brilliant. The
The one-
gameplay
the
looks
one-
brilliant. The graphics are solid.
Again, another
Excellent.
thing that I kind of took up. It wasn't from this trailer, but the one before when she's in the cave, and they kind of showed it at the start of this one, and she sees the buildings, and it's like, how long has it really been when they don't know what a fucking skyscraper is? Like, they have no concept of that. Like,
it's an interesting world.
So I want to see what the story is, because it's a mix of like past and future tech.
Yeah, it's
like she's
really
got a bow
cool.
and arrow, but she's shooting EMP arrows and stuff. And I thought, I want to know how they flesh out that world, because if it's just in the background, I'll be really disappointed.
I think they will.
Like, I want to really see like what's going on. I want to go into the city as well.
I'd say you will.
Ruined
I'd say you
city.
will.
Because again, we keep making comparisons to Last of Us.
What else have you got on your list?
We're just following Bobby at this point.
Resident Evil 7.
Right, go on.
I played the demo last night. So this is what I think.
You played the demo?
Yeah, what I will say is the first couple of minutes I was like, this is just a fucking rip-off of PT, and no spoilers, but they do something that's really cool. So yeah, what I've seen from it is Resident Evil 7 is going to be a first-person game, right? So what you're
VR support as well, yeah.
What it is you're in this house, right? And what I thought they did that was so smart is like they're constantly, it's daylight outside, so you associate that with safety, and they're constantly teasing you with safety while you're in this house where I don't know who they are or what they are, but just these pure fucking maniacs, right? And what I thought was going to happen was you were going to go outside and there were fucking zombies everywhere, and they were going to do 10 Cloverfield Lane with Resident Evil, where like there's zombies outside, but you're stuck in this house with these fucking maniacs. I thought that'd be so fucking cool. And also the demo was called The Beginning Hour, so I was like, holy shit, is this going to be a prequel to everything? But it's not. I don't think it is. I would have rather a reboot, to be perfectly honest with you. And I will say, well, I enjoyed the demo. I don't know, Resident Evil's never really been for me.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'll pick it up. Yeah,
I hope that
I liked
it
what I
is.
played anyway.
I hope that it is like a prequel or a reboot, so that I could get into
what
it.
I don't like
Because
about
at this point,
Resident Evil,
it's
and
so
what
complicated.
what people will probably disagree with me about, is I don't like having to, you need this to open this and you have to go find that. It's like, come on, man, that's not
item
fun.
management.
Yeah, I don't like that. Remaining on the topic of VR, Batman VR.
like
They didn't show anything, did they? It was just Batman Arkham VR, and his eyes lit up.
I think Sony are cheating a wee bit here, because the same with Batman and the Star Wars one, I think they'll just be like at maximum an hour. They'll just be like
Did you ever see the
apparently,
lab?
What they were saying on IGN is that there is a story to that Batman VR thing, and what I think it's going to be is it's going to be a prequel to Arkham Knight, because what they're saying is he finds a close ally murdered, and I was like, well, that's also going to be Jason Todd then, and that's why he thinks he's dead.
Yeah.
I think it's going to play about with that.
I would like the. Oh no, that's too spoilery. It's the end of the Arkham Knight, so I'm not going to talk about it.
That's a bit. I don't know what's the grace period for video game spoilers? Because with movies it's like a couple of weeks, but has it been a year since Arkham Knight came out? Spoil it, mate. It's been a year. Heads up, there's spoilers coming.
Right, at the end, you get to do this psychological piece with the Joker and Batman's head. Do you remember that bit? And it's all point of view, from the Joker's point of view with a gun. I would love that whole segment, or something build upon that for Batman VR. I think that would be awesome.
Problem with these VR games, what you were saying about how it might just be an hour. There's a game that Valve released, the VR, called The Lab, and it's basically like 5 or 6 mini games.
Yeah.
I'm worried that most of VR, like everything VR I've seen so far, is like a mini game.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm worried about with like Batman VR. It's going to be like a series of mini games, and I
think it'll just be like an hour, half an hour long experience. The same way Sony talked about the Star Wars. They showed the Star Wars. It's just a mission.
It does look cool.
It does look cool. I do, to be honest. Fucking imagine sitting in an X-wing flying about. That'd be amazing.
It would be good the first time you played it.
Fanboy levels of like.
It would be
it's
good.
not video games. That's just it's a fucking Star Wars thing, and I love it.
On the topic of VR, to that this up, $3.99 for the price.
That's cheap as shit.
Very good.
Yeah.
I don't.
Now,
I'm considering buying a PS4 or buying the equivalent of whatever comes out just to get VR cheap.
Let's get into the fucking real shit right now.
What?
My boy Kojima. He's back.
I'm back.
Yeah,
that was
the fact
cool.
that he came out the Fury Road soundtrack. He done that because that's his favourite movie, and I know that because I love him. But yeah, that was amazing.
Sure he loves you too.
Yeah,
Coffee.
I wish he was my dad. But
No, but
yeah. So he comes out. I didn't know what he was going to show. So we get this fucking trailer that's just fucking surreal, atmospheric,
Konami.
weird, disturbing. stylish
fucking
and
Norman
cool,
Reedus is
all
back
at the
as
same
well,
time,
baby.
and I thought that was just classic
Did you
Kojima. When I seen it from behind, I thought it was Snake. I thought it was Snake, but then it panned around. I was like, oh fuck, Norman Reedus, right, cool. But that trailer, man,
Was
it
that
was
a
just
disappointed fuck?
no,
or
no,
an
I was
ecstatic?
really excited. I was
Right,
excited,
cool.
but
Yeah,
I
cool.
did think it was Snake at first, and
Yeah.
for like a microsecond, I thought it was
Yeah.
Snake.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it's got such an imagination.
Yeah,
That guy
it's
really,
like-
really.
Did either of you see what Norman Reedus tweeted?
yeah.
He's drinking
Konami
the cup
tears,
that says
yeah.
Konami Tears.
That's what I'm doing.
It was Kojima
Amazing.
drinking the cup.
But the
That's
trailer was
fucking
just
amazing.
Kojima all over. It was really disturbing with like the creepy baby fetus, the dead whales
And then
all
it
over,
just-
and then it just
Oh, he
becomes
does that
fucking
so well.
beautiful with that music, and it pans up and you see these fucking 5 figures in the sky, and it was fucking amazing, man. And what I like about Kojima, impeccable music taste and always giving credits to the artist. Low Lower, I'll Keep Coming, that song, so I've listened to it like 20 times, I've downloaded it, it's fantastic
Well,
song.
because it was in the.
Yeah,
Aye.
it's a really great song. And then those, have you heard about this? It's like an interpretation of the trailer, and it makes it
Fucking
kind
right.
of
Go on then.
It's supposed to be kind of autobiographical of the whole thing with Metal Gear and stuff like that. The baby is supposed to represent Metal Gear Solid because that was like
It's his
Kojima's
baby. Yeah,
Probably,
I get it.
probably.
And then
I get
like
it.
he's crying, and then it's taken away from him,
Uh-huh.
and then he pans up, and the 5 figures in the sky that eventually fade away, they're supposed to represent all 5 of the Metal Gear games. I think that's
right.
really cool. That adds like a whole new.
I love
depth to the
those
trailer.
weird theories.
Yeah.
Right? Here's a quick thing before we finish. The bad guy in Mirror's Edge 2 is is it EA?
Oh yeah, I've seen this.
He just looks the double of the CEO.
Of EA.
Like I think it's EA. He's like they've got them side by side, and you're like, that's clearly him.
Yeah.
Like, that's, I
Mirror's
thought it
Edge
was really
2
funny.
maybe shit apparently. But
I've
anyway,
heard that it's not Mirror's Edge anymore.
Yeah.
It's like you have to unlock upgrades to be able to duck and shit. It's
Yeah.
fucking
Right.
dumb.
Yeah, but basically the Japanese title for Death Stranding, which is a weird title in itself, is Island of One apparently, or something like that.
Island of
But-
One?
Yeah, which makes me suggest that it's a pure fucked up version of Castaway.
That'll be
and
cool.
it is an action game. People are saying, oh, it might be a survival horror game. He's clarified it's an action game.
That'll be
Now-
cool.
I'd be into that because I'm too scared to play horror games. so
Yeah,
I'd be into
I'm
it if
the
it was an
same.
action game.
Me too.
So the next thing after this was Spider-Man!
Jesus.
Spider-Man.
Right, so what's
Excellent.
right? So Bobby is incredibly biased, right? You
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But like
I
the-
wasn't that blown away.
No, it looks
It's a
fucking
CG
great, mate.
trailer.
It's
There's no gameplay,
Insomniac.
though.
There was plenty of gameplay. What the
Was
fuck
that
are you talking
gameplay?
about?
I only
Yeah.
saw the trailer, the
Yeah,
thing. I
Yeah,
never
you're
saw any
joking the bit
gameplay.
where he fucking jumps across the cafe. That was gameplay.
That was gameplay.
That was
Nah.
gameplay. They done fucking Sunset Overdrive. You
Here's-
fucking clowns.
Here's the thing. Guys, here's the thing. The game doesn't even have a fucking title.
It's been on development for ages.
This is going to be a 2018 game.
No, next year.
No way.
Next year.
Bobby,
No.
come
Next
on.
year when the
Do you
movie
know who
comes out.
Sony are? They
It's
are the king.
Insomniac.
They are the
It's
king.
Insomniac.
They
you
are the
fucking
king of
clown.
delaying shit.
It's
Yeah, but it's a
Insomniac.
Sony funded game, and they are the king
They've
of
been doing
delaying
it for a
shit.
while, mate. I can tell you for a fact we'll be seeing this at PlayStation Experience. A fucking July 2017
No,
release
no.
date. Yes.
No, it will be
yes.
2018.
Right, we're all
and by
friends,
that time,
we're all
Scorpio,
friends, we all love each
Scorpio
other,
will be the
so-
king
No,
at
it
that
was
point, and
fucking great.
Spider-Man
It
will
was
be
fucking
irrelevant.
amazing. It was
Spider-Man
amazing.
PS4. It
You're
does
just
look
fucking
amazing.
jealous because it's a PS4 exclusive.
Bobby
Fuck no.
is incredibly biased, which is
Yeah.
why if this was any other
Yeah.
game, Bobby would be on our side
No.
saying,
Yeah.
no, I don't know
Exactly.
if they did show any gameplay. It was like Andromeda. It might have been gameplay,
No,
it
it
might
looks
not.
great.
Bobby
No,
said,
I've-
it's a tech demo, and it's going to get
It's
visually
Insomniac.
downgraded.
When this game comes out, right, I'm sorry, but the fucking Arkham games are going to have a run for the money after I was so disappointed with Arkham.
No, they
right?
won't.
Yes, they will.
Spider-Man.
Insomniac are fucking geniuses, alright?
They made Sunset Overdrive, didn't
Yeah,
they? And
yeah.
like, it was a brilliant game, but it's
yeah,
not.
don't talk shit about Sunset.
No, I'm not
Overdrive.
saying that, but I'm
Don't
not
you
s-
fucking dare.
If it was a superhero game, it wouldn't be taking over. It wouldn't be taking over Arkham in any
Yeah, it
way.
would.
No,
Right,
like,
we
it
need to
looks
we
good.
need to wrap
They're
this up. We've been
fucking
going for an
geniuses,
hour
mate.
nearly.
They're
not.
geniuses. Yes, they are.
Well,
Right.
all of a sudden they're
Let's
making
disagree.
Spider-Man and Insomniac are
Right.
the best game developers
We'll
in the
agree,
world.
we'll agree to disagree. Bobby
no.
loves it. I'm not
But
sold
it's the
yet.
fact is that
Bobby, I'm not- I don't-
it's a PS. Shut up and let me talk. It's a PS4.
See, this is what exclusives do.
Bobby,
It's a PS4
Bobby,
exclusive,
Bobby.
right? Shop. I'm still talking. It's a PS4 exclusive, right? So that's going to be quality because Sony want quality and Insomniac always fucking deliver. When you heard the score was fucking incredible. It's like, oh, this is actual real shit. We're not getting a fucking shitty movie tie-in or anything else. It's their own thing. They're doing their own thing. I'm excited. You can't ruin it for me.
Okay, I'm not trying to ruin it for me. I'm just saying I'm not sold yet.
Right.
I'm not saying I'm never going to buy it and I'm
Yeah.
going to shit all over Sony.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying that one thing that I saw didn't sell me on it. That's all. It looks impressive, and I'm excited for another Spider-Man game
Yeah.
because they have been quite good, apart
Yeah.
from the shitty movie tie-ins.
It is a next year game, I'm telling you now.
I'm
It's out next
yeah.
year.
No.
Right.
The fact of the matter is, like, all the games that Sony showed are going to be out next year at the latest.
No, they're going to
Yes.
delay a lot of games, and Spider-Man will be one of them.
No, they're not.
They don't
People
even
are
have a
saying-
title for
This
the
is,
game.
again, this
Fuck,
is
it might just be
big.
called Spider-Man. It might just be called Spider-Man.
It'll be-
It won't.
No.
It was going to get
Ultimate
delayed.
Shadow or some bullshit that they
No.
called all the other games.
It's going to get right. Here's what's going to happen. Right, I guarantee it.
Here's what's going to
next
happen.
year.
We
Next
need to
year.
wrap up and stop because we've been going for an hour.
Next year, you'll see some
I've got
really
two
good
more things I
gameplay.
need to
You'll
talk
see
about.
some really good gameplay from it, but the visuals won't be anywhere near what they are, and it'll get a 2018 release date.
Let's get off of
That is-
Spider-Man because you're
okay.
going to end up swinging
So,
for each
yes,
other.
I'm going to rub this in your face next year.
I
I'm just
have
saying.
two
Yeah, but
negatives about Sony, believe it or not.
What?
Oh shit,
no
this is
per-
serious business.
No Persona, which is bullshit. I think the time that was given to Call of Duty and Final Fantasy could have been given to Persona because that franchise needs time to shine. Now it's their time. No Red Dead, which is understandable because I think we were all expecting Red Dead this year.
Understandable, but
I
still
think-
disappointing.
I think-
Rockstar never got to think these things.
I think what will happen next year is they're going to do a Bethesda where they're like, oh, here's a game that's out next month or some shit.
No, I think they'll just.
I think Bethesda
They don't
have really
make
set a standard. Like when they had the fuck, what demo was it was released, and they were like available now. Loads of stuff was like
Yeah.
available right now.
Yeah.
I was like, imagine sitting there and you're like, fuck, and you just get
Yeah,
up
I
and
know.
leg it out.
And
of
now let's
Also-
talk about what's ending on a good note, which ultimately fucking left you as defeated Crash remastered.
Ah, I was so.
Gen 3.
I want
Honestly,
Crash.
no interest in that.
Yeah.
See when
The
they were
only reason I would even consider getting Crash is for the nostalgia of Crash Team Racing and Crash Bash, which were on the PS1, which me and my pal played when we were wee babbies.
No, I'm very excited.
And that was like the first video games I ever played. But
Yeah.
apart from that, it's fucking Crash Bandicoot. It's like Zelda.
It's Crash
It's
Bandicoot.
beloved though.
Past its
It's
time.
beloved.
man.
It's not.
Just
It's bro.
let
If you,
it die
if you
a
buy
quiet,
this collection, they
peaceful
will make
death.
a new game. That's what
Me
they're doing.
personally,
Uh-huh.
if I buy it,
Uh-huh.
I think they need to just let it die. They need to stop trying to release.
But it's already been
more,
dead.
more exactly. Stop trying to don't try and resurrect it because it's the same thing with Zelda. Zelda looks really weird with the cell shaded stuff and then the super realistic water, and it's just they need to just let it die quietly in a corner. where it
I
belongs.
disagree, man. I'm really excited for Crash. Super jealous it's going to be on PlayStation 4. But Activision still owns it, so I think Crash will be on the Xbox and the PS4 soon. Not the originals, but there will be a new Crash. But yeah,
We'll see.
Right, so it's
That's us at
Right.
57 minutes.
So-
fucking hate yous, don't
so-
like this podcast anymore.
who do you think won overall then?
Sony.
I think it's not a case of winning or losing.
Yeah.
It's just a case Sony.
I think Sony as well, but
much as
Scorpio is nothing to. I think people are underlooking it a little bit. Scorpio is really, really important, I think. But Sony, if it's just games, Sony absolutely wiped the floor.
But
with
maybe
Microsoft.
we should read the text you sent me.
Yeah, read the
Yeah.
text. No, look, I'm not saying Microsoft won
We're
at
going to
all.
end with proof
No
of a
way,
text.
no way am I saying Microsoft won.
Fuck my life, man. I think I'll need to get a PS4 now. It's almost so unfair how many great games are on PS4. That was mind blowing. The best E3 conference I've ever seen.
I totally stand by
I would
that.
not.
Yeah.
I wouldn't agree with that 100%, but I am annoyed about Horizon Zero Dawn being a PS4 exclusive. What about that zombie one?
Days gone.
Days Gone, is that PS4 exclusive? See, that annoys me. And just fucking Uncharted 4 as well. I can't play that.
So
Which
Sony
it
won.
makes me sad, and I'll probably just buy a PS4 when I get SAS.
Sony just kept giving. It was like a sexual act that never stopped. So it was
And on
brilliant.
that note,
Right,
thanks for hanging about and whatever.
well, thanks very much for listening, guys. This has been This Modern Podcast. Our E3 reactions. If you want to let us know, that'd be cool. I've been Ross Mains, who's been with me.
You don't know my name.
You don't
Been
know.
sat here for an hour.
I've been with Matthew and Bobby, so thanks very much guys for listening. Adios.
See ya.
Also, Sonic wasn't shown and it's fucking shite.